Hey guys, what's up? I'm live. What's up, guys? And welcome to your girl Deja's 411, where you only get the real 411. So I wanted to talk about something tonight, and I was inspired by my mentor to do this video, Wesley Version. And I was watching his video, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do a remake of this video, because I just figured, it was so cool, like the information he was giving. Hey, Maurice. Hi, how are you, Reese? So pretty much like the topic I'm going to talk about is how to deal with frustration, okay? So how to deal with frustration. Now, this is something that's a part of all of our lives. Like, we all get frustrated, extremely frustrated. Some of us even get more frustrated than others. Like, I used to be one of those people. I'm guilty. Like, I used to be a hothead. But now I just don't let anything bother me. Like, anything that's wrong, I can reframe it into something positive and make it, something that's going to benefit me versus something that's going to make me angry. Because I don't want to contribute my energy to that, like, at all. Because, like, it takes so much more energy to be angry and negative and just upset than it is to be like happy and energized and like, positive. Like, it takes so much more energy to be like miserable. It just does. So I choose to do the opposite. I let other people be miserable by yourself. So how to deal with frustration though? Now, frustration is something that impacts all of us. Like, we all get frustrated with tons of stuff. Whether you're someone that owns your own business or whether you're someone that's just trying to figure certain things out. You might be in college, it might be your relationships. It just might be when you're driving down the street and someone cuts you off. Or it could be when you're at work and your coworkers are like just being reckless. Like, they're not doing their job. They're always gossiping and they just always getting on your nerves. Like, it could be something like that. But how can you deal with frustration and not allow it to pretty much impact what you're doing? Because here's the thing, when you allow people outside of yourself to make you angry and make you frustrated, it takes your attention from whatever it was that you were focusing on, okay? So if you are at work and your coworkers are like starting to piss you off, or your manager is just barking in your ear with like a whole bunch of nonsense that, is just killing your vibe, that's going to destroy your focus. Like, you cannot be angry and focus at the same time. Like, when you're angry, your mind is automatically thinking about what you're angry about. And like, you're playing all these different scenarios in your head, all these different pictures, and you're using your imagination with like, oh, I should have told this person off, or whatever the case is. Like, your mind is not focused. So it makes it very difficult for you to be able to focus on anything that's going to be productive, okay, when you're frustrated. So that is something that I've really been focusing on, controlling my frustration and not allowing certain things to bother me. Hey, Tabby Boo, I missed you so much. I hope everything is good. I hope everything is perfect for you. But thank you for joining. I missed you. So yeah, like, we're talking about how to deal with frustration, and we could be frustrated with a lot of different things, but when we focus our attention on what's not working, it starts to really weigh us down. So for me personally, as you guys know, I have my own business, my own online business, and there's a lot of things that I'm learning. So there's so much information that I'm learning on a day-to-day basis. And every time I feel like I'm getting ahead, I have to start over. And then I'm like, oh, I'm almost done this project, and then I have to start over. And every single time that keeps happening to me. But every time I start over, I'm learning more information that's going to make it better. So it's not like I'm starting over and, I'm not learning anything, but just the process itself can be frustrating. It really can be frustrating, but you just have to reframe the situation. So let me give you an example, okay? So let's say you're driving in traffic and someone just goes ahead and cuts you off, like, skirt, they just cut you off, and you're like, really? Like, usually you want to give them the finger, you want to shout at them, you want to yell at them, like, this little, like, you want to really, like, give them a piece of your mind. But that's what people that can't control themselves, their temperament, their mind, their everything, like their actions, people that have no self-control, they're the people that will go ahead and just allow their temper to get the best of them. And then those are the people that are also never going to be successful, ever. Because that means that you're the type of person to allow your attention to be pulled in different directions. And when it comes to trying to be successful or trying to have more in life, whether that's with your finances, whether that's with your relationships, whether that's with your current job, when it comes to trying to level up, you can't allow yourself to be pulled in different directions. Because if you're allowing yourself to be pulled in different directions, that means you are not focused. You're not focused on like the road ahead and focused on what's your next best move. So when someone cuts me off, like, I just think about it this way. I used to have road rage too, like, for real. Like, when someone cuts me off, like, you want to reframe the situation. So instead of saying this MF just cut me off, I should like zoom up, like rush up on them real fast and cut them off again. Like, instead of doing that, you could say, you know what? They might be in a rush to go somewhere. One of their family members might be in the hospital. You know, they might be on their way to the job. And if they don't get there on time, they're going to get fired and they're not going to be able to provide for their family. Like, you never know someone else's story. Like, you just never know someone else's story. And you just have to keep reminding yourself that everyone has certain things that they're dealing with. And you want to reframe that anger that you initially felt into something else. You want to reframe it into something positive and into something that's going to benefit you and keep you focused on what's important for you and not allow other people outside of you to distract you. So that's one strategy that I do when it comes to how to deal with frustration. And then it's just a matter of knowing what's important and what's not important. Okay. I'm really being able to decipher nowadays what's important to me versus what's not important. So for me, what's important is to make sure that I'm consistent with my videos, consistent with talking to people that matter. Like, people that matter like Tabby, people that matter like Reese. Like, you guys are people that matter, which is why I do these videos every single day, to make sure that I'm communicating with you guys to see if there's anything you guys need as far as motivation or just encouragement or just someone to talk to. You know, sometimes you just need to hear the right things at the right moment. And when me being consistent, I'm not thinking of it, oh, I just got to post a video. I look at it as, you know, I'm making a difference. That's the way I look at it as. Like, if I don't post, I might not be saying something. Like, someone might be expecting me to say something or hoping that they heard these certain words at the right time. And when I don't go live, I'm basically, you know, not giving them that opportunity. Like, I'm removing a blessing from someone else's life. And that's not okay. So it's so important for me to be consistent with these videos, talking to you guys, because, you know, it's making a difference with people. And I get tons of messages all the time about it. And I appreciate that. So, you know, being focused on your goals and what's important to you is always going to make you not allow yourself to get frustrated. It's always going to help you to realize what's really important and what is the outcome that I want from myself. So when I feel myself getting angry, I first think of this. What is going to be the outcome from me feeling this way? From me allowing my temper to get the best of me? Thank you, Tabby. You're so sweet. I love my girl. So, like, what is going to get what, like, okay, so when you're upset, how is this going to benefit you? Okay? When you're angry and yelling at somebody, let's say my boyfriend. I love my boyfriend to life, but he gets on my nerves sometimes. Like, he does. He does. And I'm just like, okay, when he does certain stuff, I'm not going to allow that to upset me, because I know if I build off of that frustration, if I build off of that negativity that he might be temporarily dishing out at that moment, it's only going to make things worse. It's only going to make things absolutely worse. So when I feel myself getting upset, I ask myself, what is going to be the outcome of me contributing to this already negative energy? What's going to be the outcome? And I know it's just going to be us arguing or us having a disagreement and then us going in separate rooms and not talking to each other for the rest of the day. And I don't want that. So you have to ask yourself that all the time with different situations you're going through. When you feel that you are frustrated, ask yourself, what is going to be my outcome from me harnessing this anger? okay? It's not worth it. It's just not worth it to be angry anymore. Like, there's so many reasons to be happy and to be grateful than there is to be angry. You know what I mean? Like, anger is all around us. Negativity is all around us. But when you really focus on what's important to you and to your future and to the person you are trying to become, you will realize that there's so much good going on around you just as much as there is bad. So when there's someone that's committing a crime, there's someone that's, you know, doing a good deed. When there's someone that passes away, there's someone that's being born. You know, there's always a pro and a con to a situation. And, you know, you just have to always lean toward the other side, lean towards the pro side. So this is just some information, some great tips I wanted to give you guys. It is the weekend, and I know sometimes when you're constantly working all the time, working a 9 to 5, you get frustrated with that already. So you're already pissed. You know, you're like, the week is over, I'm happy, but I know I got to go to work on Monday. Or I know I wish I would have had more time to do this during the weekend, and you're trying to cram everything in. You know, so just having that positive mindset when you're going into it is something that's important, and it always works out. It always works out. When you wish for the best is always going to attract to you. That's just law of attraction. It's just something that's known to be true. Like, when you give out positive energy, when you give out that positivity and that good mindset, and, you know, you just feel good all the time, and you just are going into everything with a clear, positive mindset, you're going to only get that back. So if you're going into a situation knowing stuff's not going to work out, like, let's say I go into an interview and I know I ain't going to get this job, I'm not going to get this job, guess what? You're going to leave out the interview with not getting the job. But if you go into an interview knowing I'm going to own this interview, I'm going to do my absolute best, I'm going to get this position, then guess what? I guarantee you, you are more than likely going to get that that position, absolutely. Hey, Jerome, how's it going? But I just want to talk to you guys for a moment. I got a lot of work I want to get accomplished tonight. I'm pulling an all-nighter again, like team no sleep. Team no sleep, like, for real. That's why it's so important to keep your energy up, because when you are thinking positive and when you're not allowing anger to control you, like, you have so much more energy. I literally am going off of, I don't know, like maybe 2 hours of sleep for real. And like, the fact that I have so much energy is like mind-boggling to me, because I haven't had no sleep. But I have so much energy because I have so much stuff that I'm looking forward to. I'm just so happy. I'm so grateful. I feel so blessed. You know what I mean? And now that gives me so much energy and so much fuel to keep going forward. So when you allow yourself to feel, you know, frustrated and angry and depressed and just down, you're not going to have the energy to do nothing. So all those goals you might want to get accomplished, guess what? They're not going to get done because you're putting your energy elsewhere. Your energy is so important. And it's so important to protect. So I hope these tips really help you guys out. In the video, I do have a link for you to follow me on YouTube, for you to follow me on DJs411. The website's coming up soon. And then also you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, okay? So like and share this video. I would so appreciate that. And thank you for joining DJs411. Have a good weekend. Stay focused, stay motivated, stay dedicated. Let's go.